Welcome to SmartPathSG, where every student can learn, grow, and succeed. Welcome. This video is the first of our 4-part complete guide to fractions, focusing on fundamental operations with 6 annotated practices. We begin with 3 practice questions on fractions add, subtract, and multiply. These types of questions are in Paper 1, No Calculator section. Try it first before we reveal answers next. Let's look at the solution for question 1, adding fractions with unlike denominators. This is a common 2-mark question in Paper 1, and remember, you must do it without a calculator. Step 1, find common denominators. You cannot add fractions unless their denominators are the same. We need a common denominator for 4 and 6. We find the lowest common multiple, LCM, which is 12. Step 2, convert. We convert both fractions to have the denominator 12. So 3/4 becomes 9/12. 5/6 becomes 10/12. Step 3, add. Now that the denominators are the same, we just add the numerators. 9 plus 10 equals 19. The denominator stays 12, so we have 19/12. Step 4, simplify. This is the step where many students lose marks. We must convert the improper fraction 19/12 into a mixed number. 19 divided by 12 is 1, with a remainder of 7. So the answer is 1 and 7/12. Finally, check. Can the fractional part 7/12 be simplified? No, because 7 and 12 do not share any common factors. So 1 and 7/12 is the final, simplest answer. Question 2 is subtracting mixed numbers. Step 1, find common denominators. We must change both mixed numbers so they have the same denominator. For 5 and 3, the lowest common multiple, LCM, is 15. Step 2, convert. We convert both fractions to have the denominator 15. So 1/5 becomes 3/15. 2/3 becomes 10/15. Step 3, regroup. Before subtracting, we check the fractional parts. Can we subtract 10/15 from 3/15? No, because 3 is smaller than 10. This is where we must regroup or borrow a whole number. We take 1 whole from the 4, leaving 3. That 1 whole is 15/15. We add the 15/15 to the 3/15, giving us 18/15. So 4 and 3/15 changes to 3 and 18/15. Step 4, subtract. Now we subtract easily. Subtract the whole numbers. 3 minus 2 equals 1. Subtract the fractions. 18/15 minus 10/15 equals 8/15. Finally, always check if the fractional part 8/15 can be simplified. Do 8 and 15 share a common factor? No. So 8/15 is the simplest form, and the final answer is 1 and 8/15. Remember, if the first fraction is smaller than the second, you must borrow a whole number. Question 3 is multiplying fractions. Remember, always cancel before you multiply. This keeps your numbers small and helps you avoid having to simplify a huge fraction at the end. First, cancellation. Let's look at the numbers diagonally, 8 and 12. They share a common factor of 4. Divide 8 by 4, which leaves 2. Divide 12 by 4, which leaves 3. Second cancellation. Now look at the other diagonal pair, 5 and 15. They share a common factor of 5. Divide 5 by 5, which leaves 1. Divide 15 by 5, which leaves 3. Then multiply. After canceling, the problem is now much simpler. You are left with 2/3 times 1/3. Multiply the numerators. 2 times 1 equals 2. Multiply the denominators. 3 times 3 equals 9. Since the numbers 2 and 9 share no common factors, the fraction is already in its simplest form. So final answer is 2/9. Now let's move on to fractions division. Remember one single rule. Flip the divisor, then multiply. The divisor is the number that comes after the division sign. For sense checking, when dividing by a number greater than 1, answer must be smaller than the starting number. When dividing by a number smaller than 1, answer must be bigger than the starting number. Again, always cancel before multiplying to keep numbers small. Here are 3 practice questions on fractions division. Try it first before we reveal answers next. Question 4 is a fraction divided by a whole number. Step 1, rewrite the whole number. Before we can use our flip and multiply rule, we must first turn the whole number, 6, into a fraction. Remember, any whole number can be written as itself over 1. So 6 becomes 6 over 1. Step 2, flip and multiply. Now we flip the divisor, then multiply. The divisor is 6 over 1, so we flip it to become 1 over 6. The problem changes from 3/4 divided by 6 over 1 to 3/4 times 1 over 6. Step 3, cancel. Always try to cancel before you multiply to keep the numbers small. We look diagonally at the 3 and the 6. They share a common factor of 3. Divide 3 by 3, which leaves 1. Divide 6 by 3, which leaves 2. The problem is now 1 over 4 times 1 over 2. Step 4. Multiply. Multiply the numerators. 1 times 1 equals 1. Multiply the denominators. 4 times 2 equals 8. The final answer is 1 over 8. Think about it. You are taking 3/4 of a pizza and splitting it into 6 equal parts. Each part must be small. Remember, dividing by a number greater than 1 always makes the result smaller. Question 5 is the second type of division, a whole number divided by a fraction. Remember our single rule for division. Flip the divisor, then multiply. Step 1. Flip and multiply. The divisor is 2/5. We flip it to become 5 over 2. Our problem now changes from 8 divided by 2/5 to 8 times 5 over 2. Step 2. Cancel. We look for a common factor between the numerator 8 and the denominator 2. They share a factor of 2. Divide 8 by 2, which leaves 4. Divide 2 by 2, which leaves 1. Our problem is now 4 times 5 over 1. Step 3. Multiply. Since 5 over 1 is just 5, we multiply 4 times 5. The final answer is 20. Lastly, sense check. Does this answer make sense? Yes. When you divide by a fraction that is less than 1, like 2/5, your answer must always be bigger than the starting number. Question 6 is a word problem. A rope of length 4/5 meter is cut into pieces, each of length 2/15 meter. How many pieces of rope are there? This is a division problem, because we are finding how many smaller pieces fit into a total length. Step 1. Setup. We set it up as division. 4/5 divided by 2/15. Step 2. Flip and multiply. Apply our single rule. Flip the divisor, then multiply. The divisor is 2/15. We flip it to 15 over 2. The problem becomes 4/5 times 15 over 2. Step 3. Cancel. This is where we save time by canceling before we multiply. First, look at the 4 and the 2. They share a factor of 2. Next, look at the 15 and the 5. They share a factor of 5. After canceling these common factors, the problem is now just 2 over 1 times 3 over 1. Step 4. Multiply. Since 2 over 1 is just 2, and 3 over 1 is just 3, we multiply 2 by 3. The answer is 6. Sense check. Since we are counting the number of pieces, the answer must be a whole number. If you end up with a fraction, you have made a mistake. The correct answer is 6 pieces of rope. That's part 1 of our 4-part complete guide to fractions in PSLE Math. Subscribe so you don't miss rest of the series. Thanks for watching. Head over to SmartPathSG.com to play our free PSLE practice game or join our community for more tips and resources. Don't forget to subscribe for new videos every week.